Hi guys, the next topic is multiplying and dividing fractions. So for multiplying and dividing fractions, what we need to do is to multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, and then we simplify if possible. If it's not possible, we can leave our answers that way, or if it's a top-heavy answer or top-heavy fraction, we can change it to mixed fractions and simplify. So let's look at the first example. If I've got 1 over 2 multiplied by 3 over 4. Multiplying fractions, I'll have to multiply the numerators. 1 times 3 will give me 3. 2 times 4 will give me 8. So this is my answer, multiplying fractions. So we've got another example. 3/5 multiplied by 4 over 9. So I'm going to multiply 3 multiplied by 4 will give me 12. 5 multiplied by 9 will give me 45. So when I look at this fraction, I can simplify. So what I need to do now is to find a number that can divide 12 and also divide 45 without a remainder. So for multiplying fractions, in simplifying the answer, we don't need a decimal. We also need to leave our answer as a fraction. So I think about 3. 3 can divide, can go into 12 and can also go into 45. So 12 divided by 3 will give me 4. And then 45 divided by 3 will give me 15. There's another way of doing this multiplying fractions without having to multiply the numerators and the denominators first. So if I write this down again, 3 over 5 multiplied by 4 over 9. So I'm going to look at these two fractions again and then look at the top number 3 and I look at this 9. So I can do crisscross for this particular fraction. So 3 can go into itself to give me 1. 9 can divide 3 to give me 3. So what I've got will be 1 times 4 will give me 4. 5 times 3 will give me 15. I still get the same answer. So if we're asked to solve multiplying fractions, we have to look out for numbers that can cancel each other. So let's do one more example. I've got 30 over 49 multiplied by 21 over 24. We can look at this fraction once again and see that 3 can go into 30, it can go into 24 as well. And we can see that 3 can go into 21 and also go into 24. So we're going to use 3. So 21 divided by 3 will give me 7. 24 divided by 3 will give me 8. So we've got 7, we've got 8 here. Now when I look at this one again, so once you've done it, you need to cross out so you don't get confused. So when I look at 7, 7 can go into itself, divided by 7 to give me 1, and 7 can go into 49 to give me 7. So next what we're going to do is to look at all that we've got. I've got 30 here and I've got 1, I've got 8 and I've got 30. So when I look at 8 and 30, 2 can go into this one, 2 can go into 8 to give me 4, and 2 can go into this, can divide 30 and 2 to give us 15. So our answer will be 15 multiplied by 1 will give me 15. And then 7 multiplied by 4 will give me 28. Now, if this is confusing to you, I can do that again. We've got 30 here. And then we've got 21 and 24. So we can divide this by 6 and divide this by 6. So we've got 4. We've got 5 here. So once you're done with this, you can just cross a line, right? 7 can go in here to give me 3. 7 can go in here to give me 7. Now I've got 5 here, I've got 3. So 5 times 3 will give me 15. 7 times 4 will give me 28. So in multiplying fractions, you either do the crisscross by finding a number that can go through with the numbers diagonal or the numbers up and down. So you either do diagonally, or you can do up and down, or you can do up and down here, or you can do this. All right. So the next we're going to be doing would be dividing fractions. In dividing fractions, we know this acronym, KFC. So this means keep, flip, and change. In other words, we can invert the fractions. That means to turn upside down. We turn the second fraction upside down. Okay, so we've got this example. 1/8 divided by 4/9. So what we do in this case will be to keep the first fraction. I'm keeping the first fraction. I'm changing the sign and I'm flipping the second fraction. So my answer is going to be 1 times 9 is 9. 8 times 4 will give me 32. So when you're given a question on dividing fractions, what you need to do is to flip the second fraction, keep the first fraction, but flip the second fraction. We've got another example. Half divided by 1/8. So we keep the first fraction, change the sign and flip the second fraction. So now that we have flipped the second fraction, we can either multiply 1 and 8 to give me 8 and then 2 and 1 to give me 2. So 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. But I can also do the crisscross, that's cancelling these two fractions. 2 divided by 2 will give me 1. 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. So what I have will be 4/1. Just remember that whatever number you use to divide, the denominator or the numerator of the fraction, you also do the same for the other side. Do not use 2 for the first fraction and then use 4 for the second fraction. So let's look at another example. 3/4 divided by 5/6. Keep the first fraction, 3/4. Change the sign and then flip the second fraction. So if we do that, we can see that we can also divide this by 2, divide this by 2, That will give us 3 here. That will give me 2 here. So I've got 3 times 3 will give me 9. And 2 times 5 will give me 10. You can also do it by multiplying the fractions. 3 over 4 times 6 over 5. 3 times 6 will give me 18. 4 times 5 will give me 20. Now, if I have 18, I'm going to get 9. If I have 20, I'm going to get 10. So we have the same answer as this one. We're going to do one last example. 3 over 4 divided by 6. So this means that 6 is a whole number. So this 6, if I'm rewriting it, that would be 3 over 4. Change the sign. It would be 1 over 6. Alright, so this can also be written as this. 3 over 4 divided by 6 over 1. So I have done KFC on this one. So once you're given if you're given a whole number, know that that whole number is over 1. Remember that any fraction that has got 1 as the numerator is a unit fraction. So if we do keep the first fraction, change the sign and flip the second fraction, what we're going to get will be 3 over 24. Now it's possible for us to simplify. So 3 can divide itself to give me 1. And it can divide 24 to give me 8. So your answer to this question is 1 over 8. Alright, I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed this video and you understand it. Please do not forget to like, subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.